Yo, welcome back. We're going to be forming the Holy Roman Empire. Well, right now, I believe I was forming just the German Empire. Now, as you can tell, I'm pretty smart, so I decided to do the opposite of what I did last video, or last proper high video where I was Germany, and I decided to be a proper good dude and go against the dictatorship of Hitler. To put in, not a dictatorship but a monarchy. It's basically a dictatorship but better. Now, obviously I had to bring in the top-notch people, like the Wilhelm. Yep, the Wilhelm, that's what he's called. Don't believe me? You gotta. Now, obviously the AI is it's a bit awful really, it doesn't understand that. I can make bad divisions and just walk around them, so it doesn't last long. It's kind of pathetic, but the saying goes, a civil war goes, and I come back. Just quote me on that. It's kind of annoying because for some reason went to the south, even though I wanted to focus on Berlin, but it didn't really matter. Berlin kind of fell really fast. And this never lasts long normally, but it's normally not the first thing to fall. Actually no though, it's quite quick really. If you've ever played this game of the Civil War, you just there's no chance of losing really, you just win. I can circle a big chunk of their army as well, so it's like they just kind of started collapsing from there. They didn't have enough troops, they didn't have enough really, and well, it just became easy to start walking around. Every capital fell, every capital began to fall one after the other. It became easy, you know. Once this top bit went, it was smooth sailing. I had enough divisions to just keep going. And then, after this, you go down your focus tree. It's building up for the grand war against everyone. Now, one of the biggest reasons I actually decided to form the HRE was the British Empire. They decided to form the British Empire / fascist Britain, which rarely happens, but it meant that I had a really easy time doing all this, so it made it really good, which was really fun and made it a lot better. I then made my division, which was artillery, 20 width artillery. Basically, it's one of the best divisions you can make. For your basic infantry, obviously tanks are superior, but I wasn't going for a tank run this time. I just wanted to basically be really powerful. And just constantly training them as well, because having undertrained divisions are bad. I have to delete them though, because when I ask for Wilhelm to be returned from exile from Netherlands, if I have an army, they'll accept that. Okay guys, I'll give you my army. But if you don't have an army and they go, no, I will not give you your general, you can just go, okay, please give it back, and they'll say no, and then you win. It's basically how it works. That's how everything works. If you don't believe me, just die. I'm sorry, I might have been a bit quiet there, I just realised, because I was just doing a silly voice, having a couple laughs with the boys. As the saying goes, a laugh with the homies, a laugh with the boys. Quote me on that again, because my quotes are indistinguishably amazing, and it's just the way things are for me on this channel. Now, I have a goal of reaching 50 subscribers, if you remember, so if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button or I'll send you to this country, and, well, let's just say it's not the kindest of places for people who aren't subscribed to target archers, so yeah, I wouldn't recommend it. I remember to actually delete my army. I almost forgot, which would have been annoying because I'd had to restart it, but I did. Yeah, so I got given this random dude. No one knows who he is, but it's like return the succession of some random dude, modernise the succession law so that females can have jobs. I know, kind of weird, kind of cringe, but that's just the way it be for the monarchists of Germany. Now, this is when Britain was finally starting to turn a bit fascist, a bit of a cheeky old fascist, and Well, luckily they didn't start the civil war, so they kept the faction of the Allies, meaning I could continue with my focuses. I mean my events to become friends with them. It's really easy, really. It's just events, and you eventually get. Well, you'll see ya. No, I have to get an ally for the shed where I join the Allies, then I do a thing where we get the Britain to restore our titles to our monarch, and we have to send them all over. So what we do is we say like, oh, we'll send this Victoria over, she's an absolute G, get her over there, we love her, like, she'll be good. And then, you know what happens? Because she was sent first and everyone else went, the Hindenburg explodes, killing all of them. What does that mean for us? Well, I'm glad you asked. It means she's the only heir left to the throne. You see where I'm going with this? It's all part of my master plan. I managed to join them, and then I started saving up political power because I accidentally spent it. There it is, I was just reading the options. We send her forwards, we have fun. It's Victoria, I believe, Victoria II. There she is. Now I changed the division to the Kaiserin's Royal Division. I mean, it's not really that royal because everyone's there, but that's just the way it be when you're popping with the GDM. I just realised I went quiet again, guys. I'm sorry, I'm just kind of not in the mood to speak. It sounds weird, but it's true. I began preparing a naval invasion of France because France declared war on England, my bestie. So I began preparing many naval invasions to just absolutely clap them. Obviously Britain doesn't do anything, I don't know why. It's just the way it be. Just completely land, devastate them. They didn't last long really. These troops, they just won every fight against them. We only had to take Paris and then we won. And then I just took that. That's all I really wanted. I did kind of want a bit more, but I just didn't really have a need for much. There, that was all I took. Which is a bit ugly, but I was planning on taking most of everything within my near me. Like Czechoslovakia, Switzerland, Italy, the Benelux, you know, all the fun dudes who bored of me. Bit of Poland maybe, a bit cheeky Poland, get to those foul Soviets. Just absolutely clap them. But then do you know what happens, do you? America declared war on England, which meant I wasn't going to get involved, but I wanted to fight Czechoslovakia. And you know who they got involved with? That's right, the Americans. So I had to then go over there and start kicking some ass. And obviously, being the best army in the world, most well-trained, most efficient killers ever, they didn't stand a chance, and that's what we start out with. I kind of gave you a bit of heads up. So yeah, we're gonna actually have our next war now, which will be fun. I know, it's been a while. I mean, France, I don't consider it much of a war really. It was just more of a steamroll. They didn't stand a chance. The problem with that is the Czechs, they have a fault line. Now, there's a slight problem with this fault line, similar to the Maginot, except even worse. There's a hole in it. It's not a hole, it just doesn't finish. So you can just walk around it. And it's that easy. Now, obviously walking around walls, I recommend not doing that because it's kind of cringe, but with this one case, it's a good idea, good idea. Now what you do is, Czechoslovakia is now going to join, but it doesn't matter because I just plough straight through their front line and didn't stand much of a chance. With my military progression being done, our army is brutal. The justification almost finished. I declare war, and we march through absolutely killing them. They were guaranteed by Romania, but Romania didn't accept. Romania was scared as absolute peasants, so I had to kill just Czechoslovakia and then America, so you know, easy war. It's the same goes, easy war, easy game. I just basically encircled the entire, like, Slovakia, I think? Yeah, I encircled Slovakia, and the actual Czechs bit, I had to actually fight a bit, which wasn't too bad, because, you know, it's kind of week. I gained a lot of industry from this though, like they were packed. I don't know where they got it all from, but they definitely had some chunk in them, which was good. Bit of chunk never hurt anyone. I managed to just push through this bit, which I didn't actually expect to happen, but it happened. And I just kind of started winning them. And then I decided I was going to have to go to America. The land of the free. / the land of the gay. Oh, get owned! Luckily I don't know how many American viewers I have, which is good because that's unsubscribe if you are American, aren't you? You absolute Pez. They call you a Pez dispenser, you know, 'cause you dispense Pez. Italy naval invade somewhere else, so I just send more of my army there. It's basically that's it. Begin justifying on Switzerland and then realise Italy's in my faction, which I just never noticed. They didn't really do much. There's that next naval invasion, I send some troops over there, you know, support it a bit. Like a good pal should in a war, you always support your allies. I see it and I send some army over. I then realise, like, what the fuck? So I move it. I'm just gonna wait. But then when I start attacking, they're like, oh my god, we're attacking guys, we're attacking! Yay! Which I was kind of upset about, so I'm gonna admit. I just completely ignored it. Yo, it's almost the end of the video. That's a shame. The cancer's just started. This is when things get really annoying because we have to fight through such a large country. I'm trying to connect up my fronts. Because then I can bring in the full German might. Just crush them. I also eventually decide that it's time for my other Swiss army to finally fight, you know, get a bit of that punching done. So Italy instantly was like, oh yes, fight, we're gonna be competent, and we're gonna lose instantly. It didn't matter though, I didn't like them. They have to die anyway because they have some of my land called Italy. So England must go, and I'm not sure what I'll do. I think I'll just puppet them. That's the end of the video. Yeah, anyway guys, I'll see you later then, and I don't know when this will carry on, but it better do, so hit that subscribe button or you're officially gay. Goodbye!